Joining us now, actor, director, and activist Rosanna Arquette. Rosanna, thank you very much for joining us tonight. I'm sorry that this is the subject you're here for, but it's been very helpful, I think, to a lot of people, as you know.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your support from the very beginning and your incredible journalism every day, telling the truth. You and Rachel are extraordinary human beings, and I thank you so much.
Rosanna, you said yesterday that you never thought you would see this, and I think based on what I've heard you say and read you say about this in the past, I don't think you ever expected Harvey Weinstein was going to be in handcuffs because of this.
The way it was going and the dirty tactics that, you know, the attorneys were doing in the courtroom, victim blaming, shaming, it didn't look like it was going to happen. So it's extraordinary that it did. But having said that, I mean, jail time for him is not really justice for rape survivors, even though it's something. They're going to live for the rest of their lives with this horrible trauma that happened to them. But he is a convicted rapist, and he is in the hospital. I'm sorry that he's not feeling well and his health isn't good, but, you know, he does need to be in jail. He's a convicted rapist, and hopefully he's not getting special attention because he's rich and powerful and white, and because you know, he's contributed to the governor's campaign and Cy Vance. He really needs to go to jail. That's what I hope is happening, because he's been convicted, and that's the right thing to do.
Roseanne, I'll never forget reading the description of what happened to you in that hotel room with Harvey Weinstein in Ronan's article. I know you and I met many, many years ago in L.A., and so it also had that resonance that I know this person who I'm reading about in this room. Yeah. And did you realize that the weight of your career was on the line, and when he was trying to make you feel that by giving you these examples and trying to convince you that other people have gone along with this and it's helped them? Did you realize that this could mean, as it did down the line, he was going to block you from getting roles and everything that he did do?
I knew it immediately as I went down the elevator. I just knew it. I said, oh, my God. And I was right. I was right. And yes, I am in Pulp Fiction, which happened after the incident that Quentin Tarantino asked me to do the movie. But I am the only person that doesn't have a back end in the film. Just so you know, worked for nothing, and they make a tremendous amount of money. And anyway, it is what it is.
Let's listen to what District Attorney Cyrus Vance said about this prosecution.
Yeah.
Weinstein is a vicious, serial sexual predator who used his power to threaten, rape, assault, trick, humiliate, and silence his victims. He has been found guilty of criminal sexual act in the first degree and will face, on that count, a state prison sentence of no less than 5 years and up to 25 years.
Rosanna, it took an awful lot for those prosecutors to be convinced that they could bring these cases.
I mean, there's a lot of evidence through the years that people like Ambra Gutierrez, she wore the wire. I mean, those tapes disappeared. Thank God she had a copy of it, because then they came out. But, you know, there was a lot of things that happened for years that this was reported, and some people covered it up. But now we have the truth, and there's going to be another trial in Los Angeles with new witnesses. And one of the women was 16 at the time. So we're looking forward to that trial, too.
Rosanna, I'm sure you get the question from young actresses just out of training, just out of college, or coming to L.A. for the first time, of, is this going to happen to me? What do I do? What am I getting into?
We're trying to change the whole system within the Screen Actors Guild. There's a couple of sexual harassment committees, and we're working very hard to make sure that that doesn't happen anymore. No more meetings in hotel rooms, which was very common, you know, so that's what Donna Rotuno didn't understand. It's like it was very common for actors to go meet a director who was traveling from out of town in a hotel suite. It happened all the time. But that's not going to happen anymore. There's going to be during sex scenes, there will be a coordinator there to make sure that people are safe and comfortable if they choose to do nudity. And so people aren't abused. And we're really now focusing on the children, because so many children have been abused in the entertainment business. And we're working really hard for that to never happen again.
Rosanna Arquette, thank you for your bravery and for all of your efforts in this very long struggle. Really, really appreciate you joining us tonight.
Thank you so much, Lawrence, and thank you for everything you do. Thank you.
Thank you.